Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
11.
Second down, McKinnon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
65.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Cowboys hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Right back to Pitts again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, McKinnon again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They run once more with McKinnon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Running from the gun with Henry. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Faking the give. Now Watson. He completes it to Olave. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with Rick Bowman.
He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21. Here we go. 21.
Garoppolo now. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Henry again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Cowboys make over a first down again at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go, here we go.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. David Onyemata, excellent effort. And he earns a tackle for loss.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Garoppolo to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close.
Here we go.
Not their best play.
Wait.
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerick McKinnon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, they go again with Henry. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run the option on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Watson on 3rd down. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. And
this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Van Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
21. There we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
21.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
Again, Elbert partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. An attempt at a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Play action. Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 32 yards. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Garoppolo again. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
12 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Or the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
21.
Garoppolo looks to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here again is McKinnon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Here we go. Hey, wait.
They'll try to run with McKinnon. And this time he is in. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Downfield, and he's got Olave. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Olave, 73 yards. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
Commanders 49, Cowboys 35.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He finds McKinnon complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go, here we go. Wait. Six. 2.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
3 points down, he's coming.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense